Chapter 13. When Kate's eyes opened the next morning, she took a minute to orient herself. She was in Sage Creek, and she was married to Jesse Jennings. He'd been so kind to her yesterday after the incident at the general store, and he hadn't even complained when she'd burned the biscuits for dinner. He'd helped her with the dishes, and they'd even read the Bible and prayed together before retiring for the night. He was not the man she'd come here to marry, but she believed he was a man she could find happiness with. With a sigh, she slipped out of bed and rummaged through her things for her nicest dress. Though she wanted to attend church, she was afraid of another incident. The worst part of it was that she did not know which women had been friends with Pauline, and therefore might harbor the same feelings the woman from yesterday did. Still, if she stayed home, she had no doubt that she would become the subject of idle gossip, and that would be even worse. She pulled on her nicest dress and grabbed a bonnet for her hair. A glance in the mirror showed her dark hair hanging in uniformed ringed curls around her face. Kate pinched her cheeks and pursed her lips to give them some color, and then exited the bedroom. Jesse sat waiting for her in the main room, wearing a similar suit to the one he had worn to the wedding. "You look nice," he said, glancing up from his Bible as she walked in. "Thank you. I hope I'm dressed appropriately." She smoothed a hand down her dress, wishing she could smooth her nerves as easily. "No one will be able to find fault in your dress," he said, before taking a sip of his coffee. A soft blush crawled up her cheeks, and Kate's eyes dropped to the floor as she hurried to make breakfast. She hoped he wouldn't mind eating the same breakfast as the previous day, but it was an easy one to make. After breakfast, which he received with a smile, he pushed back his chair and asked, "Are you ready?" "As I'll ever be, I guess," Kate said with a false bravado. He walked around the table to take her hand. "Don't worry, it will be fine." She hoped he was right and allowed him to lead her to the wagon and help her up. Like the day before, the ride to town was quiet, and several other wagons were in the churchyard when they arrived. Jesse helped her down, and they joined the throng of people walking in on foot. Kate squared her shoulders as they entered the small chapel, and she prepared for the onslaught of conspiratorial whispers and aside glances she expected. What she hadn't been prepared for was Ellen calling her name and hurrying her direction. "So it's true?" the elder woman said as she took in Jesse, standing by Kate's side. "I wasn't sure if I should believe James, as he was drunker than a skunk when he told me." "Are you angry?" Kate asked, biting her lip. "I wanted to tell you, but it happened kind of suddenly, and I was worried it might bring up painful memories. Jesse showed up after you left the hotel that night, and I don't know." She shrugged. It just made sense. "Angry? Of course I'm not angry, silly girl," she said loudly, her voice carrying across the room. "In fact," she lowered her voice and leaned in, "I rather feel like it makes us almost family. You marry the man who was almost my grandson-in-law? I'm glad you did it." "You might be the only one," Kate said, glancing around. "I don't think everyone else is so happy." "Nonsense!" She patted Kate's hand. "When they get to know you like I do, they will love you. Now, let's go get a seat and let them gossip behind us." Kate laughed at the elder woman's nonchalance and felt her anxieties slide away. Ellen was the one person she had hoped not to anger in her decision, and if she could accept Kate and Jesse, then Kate would be fine. Though she could feel stares burning her back, Kate was able to relax a little and enjoy the service with Ellen by her side. It hadn't been that long since she'd been at a service, but she had definitely missed the music and the message. When the service ended, she hugged Ellen and thanked her for her support, before heading back to the wagon with Jesse. "That wasn't so bad, was it?" he asked, helping her up. "Not as bad as I had expected, but it might have been were it not for Ellen. That woman truly has been a godsend." "I'm glad." Jesse climbed up beside her and took the reins, snapping them to get the horses moving. Kate nodded and folded her hands in her lap. As they made their way back to the homestead, she realized she had yet to write her brother. "Do you have paper and a pencil at the house? I believe a letter to my brother regarding my situation is long overdue." "Of course." It took him only a moment to find the supplies for her, and with paper in hand, Kate closed the bedroom door behind her and sat down at the dresser to write. "Dear Robert, I am sorry it has taken me so long to correspond. My trip has been adventurous, to say the least. I met a wonderful woman on the trip. She reminds me very much of Mother, as she's young at heart. Our stagecoach was robbed. Don't worry, I am fine, though the money I brought with me is gone. God has provided me with a kind Christian man for a husband, though, and we are getting along fine. I hope all is well with you, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Kate." Kate reread the letter. Well, it wasn't the entire truth, but that was a little much to write in one letter. Perhaps she could tell the story in little bits. Satisfied, she folded the letter and sealed it in an envelope.